Welcome to this space where we
Live, love, and laugh.
and subscribe.
Yeah, what she said.
Hi, my name is Chelsie. This is Conversation with Chelsie, and karibu sana to this place where we live, love, and laugh. So, if it's your first time here, karibu sana. Please consider subscribing and being part of this beautiful family. All right, kwa wenyeji, welcome again to another video. So, before we start today's topic, or I tell you what I want to tell you, let me first give you a story that happened. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? Probably, yeah. So I went to this school. First of all, turudi nyuma kidogo, I do mentorship and go to schools once in a while. And I mostly enjoy going to do mentorship in high schools, yeah? So this time, a really good friend of mine was going to their primary school, the one that they schooled in, and invited me. And I was very excited. So I had never mentored primary school kids in such a long time. So I was very, very excited. These kids were amazing. We had a really good time. But a few things stood out for me that I want to share with you. First of all, it was interesting to see them in this era where they are, like they're in an age where everything is possible. Like there's nothing they cannot dream about and want to be. One of the mentors asked them, what do you want to be when you grow up? And obviously, kulikuwa neurosurgeons, kulikuwa doctors, lawyers, the usual. But what was interesting is that another group was there that was like, when I grew up, I want to be a comedian. I want to be a beautician. I want to be a dancer. In my age, na mimi si mzee sana, mimi niseme nataka kuwa beautician. Mimi. Babangu amelipa school fees. Hizo miaka zote niseme nataka kuwa beautician. It's a lie. It's a lie. So it was very interesting to see that, confidently. I don't think anyone in my class in primary school ever said less than, lawyer, doctor, accountant. So to hear them say such things was amazing. And again, I haven't mentored a primary school in such a long time. So maybe for you it's not like it's kawaida, but for me it was mind-blowing to see them in that age where they can dream to be anything they want to be. And, they have seen that there is a possibility in these other areas. And I just want to say thank you to you guys who have made it possible for kids to have such dreams. That's nataka kuwa comedian. Like I want to make people laugh. I want to be a dancer when I grow up. Mind-blowing. The other thing that was very interesting when we talk to the kids is another kid when concluding akasema, but why should we work hard when there is so much corruption in the country, when there is so much unemployment? And I'm just there thinking, how old are you again? As in, you're like 12, 13, because it was class 8. I think class 8 are like that age. How is this bothering you at this time? This is a time where you should be dreaming of endless possibilities, but you're concerned about the state of your country, Because this kid was telling me, yes, you're telling me to work hard, to do well in my studies, but I have seen, probably people being unemployed. Yes, kuna first class, like, Jay who are employed, people are struggling. It's people who lazima kuwe na connections to succeed in life. They're seeing the corruption that's happening in this country that's corrupt, that's decaying our country. And it was amazing for me to know and to realize that kids are seeing these things. Kids are seeing these things. And it's so sad that they have lived in that era where now it's taking away their hope. They're living in a state of hopelessness because they're thinking, so now what can do? Now, just to dive into our conversation today is on leadership, and because our country is headed to elections in the coming year. And right now, you're listening to leaders speak, you're listening to people come out and say, I want to write, to be this and this. And I just want to say a few things. First of all, as they speak, please listen. Because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So as they speak, listen. The second thing is watch. What have they been doing with the responsibility that you have given them? It's called, there's a thing, it's a school of thought called social contract, yeah? Where we have given them power to be able to govern us. We have given them ability to rule us so that they can protect our rights. So in those years that they have been in power, what have they done to make your life better, you know, because the other thing is that you shall know them by their fruits. What have they done? What do they intend to do? And it's because we need to jealously love our country in a way that is insane. Because this, if you want to understand why it's important to guard your country, to love your country with so much jealousy, just Google and research on stateless people. Understand the pain that people who are stateless go through, so that you appreciate that you are a citizen of a country. And when you know that, then you know you need to protect your country so that you don't end up in such situations, you know? So let's love our country jealously and guard it and be able to bring hope so that kids who are so young, who need to be dreaming about their ambitions, about what they want to be in life, are not hopeless, because it's heartbreaking, you know? The other thing is people who want to vibe but are scared. This is to you. Who is a good person, who wants to do good things in this country, who wants to make a difference in your country, who wants to ensure that people live dignified lives. Please, usiogope, stand up and vie, and people shall see and be able to support you. You know, I know it's not easy. The whole idea of politics just disturbs my mind because I know it's very murky, but stand up, because fools multiply when wise men are silent. Evil things succeed when good people, righteous people, are not standing up to do what is right. Okay? And the other thing is to us young people, because a lot of us I remember I started voting, the last election was my first time to vote, and I was so excited. Good people, so excited. Mimi nilikuwa hawa kuamka 4 a.m. kwenda kupanga line kwa sababu yes, I'm exercising my rights. And my sister now, she's going to be voting for the first time this year. And let me tell you, young people, sisi ndio wengi. We are the majority. So let us make our country a good place. Let us be able to be responsible, to make the right decisions so that we make our country a good place. Okay? Because I want, what do you want for your country? Let me just ask you that. What do you want for your country? When you imagine a good place, because watu wengi wako hapa wakisema, nataka kusoma niende majuu na sitairudi. Venye majuu iko, my friends, we are able to also create that here. Sawa? We're able to create that here. And one of the things that I loved that one of the mentors told the young boy who asked that question, she said, because she had grown up in the Moi era. Mimi siwezi kumbuka Moi era, I'm too young. But she was saying, if you look back and see where we were at that time and where we are right now, there has been change, there has been growth. And I agree. But let's not settle here. There is so much that we can do, okay? And the hope that she was giving that student was that as much as change is gradual, it's happening. It is happening. And it is us, guys. It is us who are tired of corruption, tired of tribalism. Because I keep saying that our generation, we are not tribal people. I keep telling you, mimi hakuna mtu young asheniuliza umetoka side gani ya Kenya. No young person has ever asked me that. Me, the older generation, that mostly asked that. So that means that there is hope that we will make our country better. So let us be responsible in that area. And also when I speak to young people, you hear them say, sasa mbona ni vote? Like at the end of the day, there will still be corruption, there will still be... But you don't know that. You don't know that you are going... Like your vote matters. That is why it is there. That is why it is there. So I think I just want us to think around that, even as we're in this year, because I know campaigns somehow have started and will intensify as the year goes along. So let us be intentional from now to hear, to see what they are doing, and to want our country to be a better place. What is your vision for your country? How do you want your country to be? Let's work towards that. Let's pray for that also. Okay? So, God will bless Anna. Take care of yourself. And God will bless. Oh, another thing that was interesting, just before we conclude, was that I was asking this guy, how long ago were you in this school? And it was like 20 plus years. And then I asked, the follow-up question was, has anything changed since you schooled here? And he said, not much, probably just, like he pointed to like a tap or something that wasn't there. And I was just there thinking, 20 years. Situkuange serious, like 20 years, and it's a public school. and nothing has changed. I'm not saying it's bad, it's not a bad school, but I'm just saying so much could have been improved. You know, the playground could be improved, the cabro mchanga ingekuwa improved, the classrooms can be improved, painted on. Like, please, government, situkwe serious. Tafadhali, how can this person have been in that school 20 years ago na bado hakuna kitu improve? And when we were having this discussion with other people, the other mentors who are there who are older, and they were saying that, you know, even when you ask the head teacher, they'll tell you that the funds that they get is not enough to prioritize to do some of those things. But don't we want our kids to have, you know, the right environment for them to learn? And the thing that I keep challenging people when I speak to them is that a private school shouldn't be the standard of what is good and the best. Public schools should be at that level where we're saying this is top notch. You know, that's where public should be, because that's where our taxes are going, everything. So that's public institutions should be top notch, then private schools, then private institutions. So let's think about that also, okay? But I hope you're well, and I hope you're taking care of yourself during this time. And God bless sana. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and support this channel. Nitashukuru sana, my good friend. And please share on Instagram, on WhatsApp, any area that you can share on Facebook. Please share so that we can grow this channel together. Okay? I love you. Bye.